We are random. Oh. Do full 30 or...
We're
doing a smaller.
28.
What?
Divisible by 7.
About 58. Because
Divisible.
that's what it says on the 88.
Well,
Infinity 8.
I think this is the good number. Infinity 8.
Let's see. That is the big show.
You know, just by hitting random constantly, you should just pick the first one.
That is probably how you're supposed to do that.
And you ended up on Kane. Of course you did.
I did that.
Mm-hmm.
This custom has a mesh detail, and I will go with that one.
See, I'm going to actually play by the rules that I just made and press random, so I'm going to use cross.
Careful what you wish for there.
Well, I make the rules, I go by the rules, but the rules just have a tendency to screw me over at every possible moment. Original K.
Original K in.
Original K.
Because otherwise he ain't going to show up, so...
We gotta have Original K. More in the match. There's a storied history behind Original K.
I thought there was a Shane McMahon... Oh, Stephanie McMahon. I just saw the McMahon.
They're the same person.
Well, you know what a beautiful... pink shirt? What color is this, then? My eyes are screwed up.
Lilac.
You're red now.
So there's only one actual wrestler in this match.
Original K?
Mm-hmm.
Or Kane?
Well, Kane's a mayor.
Yes. That's gonna date why we're even playing this game. Since he's the mayor.
We're playing a game from the year
Should
2000.
I just rename it Glenn
2019.
Jacobs and just go with that?
Let's just pit decision and just go for
it. You can beat somebody anyway. Out of the ring. Pin.
Oh, I didn't look at the rules. I'm usually a stickler for that. So it's
You did talk about that exclusively at the start of this.
it's ring out, pin, submission, TKO, all of it.
JR, you gonna announce me here?
I'm not your mom. Because
You're just the announcer.
yeah. Does your mom announce you?
You didn't say you're in my podcast.
Okay.
Well, never mind. Rock.
So this is an example of actual game making that was lost in the next generation of WWF wrestling games.
Like No Mercy?
Yeah.
I don't know what the excuse was, because all those taunts and like are in the code of the game still for the entrances.
I think it's just a memory issue.
But it's all still there, unless you mean like active.
Active.
Look, his hat is too high up on his head or something. The song's not going to be in the game.
Oh, you can mix them later. But, that's not later.
Wow, this is an elaborate walk around.
And this is what we've lost in future generations. This wonderful, heroic, really, entrance.
Well, the Trons play on the screen when they...
And
not that we picked anybody that will use that feature in the entrances.
Yeah, that is one.
What's Original K's backstory here?
Yeah, let's get to the match. I mean...
Come get some. Well, he's probably going to get eliminated in 5 seconds.
That's what you think. But Original K, he was trained by Val Venus.
Here we go. We're getting the backstory.
So, I mean, you can make your Val Venus joke if you want, but he's a legitimately good wrestler, especially in Mexico, not in the U.S.
The Attitude Era, the Young Lion from
Yeah.
Japan.
So,
Great.
oh, yeah.
Why did I pick all terrible entrants?
Yeah, so this is something you need to discuss with yourself, because
think about that.
you've chosen poorly.
Alright, well. I'll get eliminated by Original K in 5 seconds.
Well, see, he was the first offensive move in the match.
Oh, well. It's always good to be first.
Right.
Do you enjoying the random choice there?
It's working out fairly well.
I'm pretty sure JR literally has one move in each section. So, not that you ever use any more than that, but...
There's no need to insult me.
Whoa! Whoops. Oh, good. We got a counter. You're giving up.
You said Original K would be the first one out. And
oh, he just
you're
wanted
wrong.
to prove.
Yeah.
Well, ring's empty now. That's not you, because Stephanie
No.
So don't get too excited.
So just realize that you are what you sow, and if you bring negativity to the match, negativity will come back to you.
enjoy being the king because he's going to come out next. And
that's close enough.
You will work with that. Why the shades? Is it like random? The entrances that come out? Oh yeah, because Stone Cold's in weird.
Well, here's the thing. I am not Jeff Jarrett.
What? I threw Special K out. Are you just not going to be anybody because you're eliminated now or not?
Well, let's find out, shall we? Because if I can move Vincent Kennedy McMahon, which I can.
You're... Why me? You really should have been Jeff Jarrett. I don't know why the game screwed you out of that chance.
Well, since this is period appropriate,
oh, you can fight Stone Cold.
Yeah. See, the game understands.
Let me know if Vince has more than one move in a spot.
Eliminate it.
Alright, well. I like the counter here. Oh, come on now. This is not cool. I'm done.
Vince McMahon's famous pile driver.
Another pile driver.
Yeah.
He may only have one move in his spot. It's Mark.
Is he still active?
He's recently retired.
Oh.
I think.
Not really keeping up on your...
He's from Texas.
Mark.
He should open his eyes so he can see this match.
Gonna give you another pile driver
Pile driver. Great album.
there. It is, really.
I don't even remember what's on.
There's a song called Pile Driver.
Oh, well. I never would have guessed that. But that's just me.
So I was reading Jeff Jarrett's Wikipedia page
Earlier...
today. I wish that was a joke. No, it's
Oh,
well, I guess I shouldn't be talking about Wikipedia.
Anyway, Jeff. What about him? I just got hit in the balls again.
Because I was reading about the NWA gimmick, and
The gimmick?
yeah, the NWA gimmick. Oh, this is disappointing.
Is there a better headbanger? Which one's better? Is that a hard question?
It's either here. This is my diagnosis. Nice.
Athletic.
You gotta appreciate Thrasher because he never changed his gimmick. He was always Thrasher.
Okay.
Whereas Mosh just tried to change with the times and become something other than a headbanger. Thrasher's the pure headbanger.
Headbanger.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, it's not like Mosh went anywhere.
He tried. He tried to be.
Then again, trying is another virtue as well. So.
But you got to see where the trying got him. He eventually became a horrible Arab stereotype of D'Lo Brown. You got to remember this.
I don't know.
Lowdown didn't really work out.
It's not fair because they never even booked Thrasher after they split up. They were like, "Well, you're useless."
No, he was singles for like 2 weeks.
Exactly. 2 weeks. I'm just gonna wait for the next second. Oh hi.
He's all yours.
Visser looks small in this game.
That's a memory issue.
They couldn't load enough of him if there was 4 players.
Too many polygons.
It's a cartridge. We can't work miracles.
You needed the what was the dingus you put in for Donkey Kong 64?
The expansion.
Yeah, that one.
Was it just called an expansion pack? Because that don't make sense.
I don't remember. That's why I asked you what it was called. I don't remember.
It's the red box thing you plug into the front.
Yeah.
That they had the foresight to put the slot in for. Seems like a scam to me now that I think about it.
No, it was the only way to make the console better. Because it increased the memory.
Okay.
But I think No Mercy was supposed to use it, but they ended up pulling support for it.
Never even function. What was it supposed to do? Just look?
The look didn't change. It would allow more things to happen. So maybe you would have the full entrances. You would have all the things that were cut out.
Why didn't they?
Because I think it was either you supported it or not. So if you didn't have it, then you wouldn't get like half a game. And they didn't want to limit.
You have to pay for using it or something? Or?
You had to buy it. Or it came with the Donkey Kong game. And
well, I know that, but I mean like the game studio.
No, I just didn't think they wanted to limit their audience for requiring it.
You think it could just make it so it activated the full entrances if it detected it?
Yeah, well...
I don't know how it worked, though. You can't play Donkey Kong without it.
No.
Okay, well then maybe it's like you had to use it. Anyway, it's got nothing to do with this game, so nobody cares.
Well, I want to talk about Donkey Kong.
Gonna talk about an entire other game while we play something else?
Because the legacy of Nintendo 64 wrestling games is highly tied up with Donkey Kong.
Is it? No. I don't know. Let's end that conversation.
Well, some things just have to die.
Like these people. I don't know why we're fighting Mark Henry in China for like 20 minutes.
They are formidable competitors.
Maybe. No. No, you didn't.
How dare you?
I'm a snake.
I am a thrasher. That was an unnecessary outburst of anger. I was just trying to play the game and have fun.
Oh, okay.
There was no, alliance or enemy ship. Enemy ship is the thing, apparently.
Enemy ship.
Yes.
Your enemy ship rating went up.
Well, enjoy tangling with Michael Hayes.
I don't ever want to do that.
Well.
Whoops-a-daisy.
I'm Shawn Michaels.
Holy
now.
smokes.
For some reason in my brain, Pat Patterson and Michael Hayes were kind of merged into one person. Which is not good.
It's just like, who is it again?
Yeah, I was about to make a Sylvain Grenier joke, and it's not appropriate for the moment.
Well, there's my guy.
Well, that's the annual Sylvain Grenier reference for the internet.
Quota met.
Boo.
He is not in this game because he was probably not
Not born?
I just went to the bad street of USA right
Well, P.S. I love you. Mike. I'm Mike too. We're friends.
So am I...
I am Hickenbottom.
Am I The Rock? Or does it whoever's the last eliminated? Because it's really weird.
Well, I don't know. Let's find out.
I am The Rock.
Well, Michael P.S. Hayes is yours.
You are a jabroni, Michael Hayes. What do you... What... Hey, what's your name? It doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Timid Rock. Hey, it's Chris. He's a guy.
They almost delayed this game because of him, I think.
Because he had to be included?
Yeah.
Is that why he's literally the WCW Revenge model?
It was very convenient that he was in the last game that they made as well.
Because they were like, just use that. Okay.
Yeah. It happenstance.
It looks good, though.
For revenge.
He had, like, a special Tron thing. So.
All the custom programming. I'm not doing too well.
Well, you are trainer Shawn Michaels.
Well, if I was Original K, this would be a different story. Hey, it's speaking of Original K, it's his trainer, Val Venus.
Was there more to that story?
Well,
or was that as far as you got with lore?
The story of Original K is really the story of 1997 WWF Development Territory.
You know more about that?
Yeah, it was Original K, Val Venus, and Tiger Ali Singh. And they were kind of together. I mean, I wouldn't say that they were like a clique. The Tiger, Ali, Venus. Okay.
Did I just get like moonsault, senton, triple, quadruple team there?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Well, this is what you expect. You can't.
Look at that half curve.
What?
Did you just? Jonathan Michaels? I'm The Rock. Oh, wow. Your punch is very effective.
I really not a huge fan of Shawn Michaels right now. Hey, Rock.
This is when they forgot what he did in the ring, because he was, okay, well, here's this move. You don't see that enough. Okay, well. Hey. Hey, got you.
I tried.
Look at this. This is the classic Rock move. Stretching.
I mean,
remember when he'd do this all the time and the crowd would be like, oh my god.
it really was. That was what made him over. It was
Stretchy.
Yeah, it wasn't the catchphrases. It wasn't the eyebrow. It was, just being a stretch out partner in the gym. He was really over.
Here you go, jabroni. Because that's what he would say when he hit the rough bottoms.
He's a big fan of the Emperor's New Groove.
And there's the old scorpion death drop I see often.
And
well,
okay.
I forgot you can just do the people's elbow whenever you want. Flip, flop, run. Oh, you didn't just interrupt the people's elbow.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The price is high for such. Hey, there's pinfall in this.
Well, the trainer of Original K is now eliminated.
Yeah,
I will do my.
Now we can't talk about Original K anymore without being severely off topic.
I will find a way.
I'm really sad. Jericho's leg seems to be. Oh, he was in the half crab quite a bit, wasn't he?
You mean the there we go. And I'd like to know, for the purpose of this video, that Gangrel is a copyright of White Wolf Incorporated.
Copyright of White Wolf. This video will now be copyright of White Wolf Incorporated.
Yeah,
Just so everyone knows.
don't want to get the White Wolf people on us.
White Wolf
YouTube.
Incorporated, White Wolf Incorporated, White Wolf Incorporated.
And,
LLC.
NBX Films is not in any way attributing.
City
No, it's
White Wolf.
most definitely separated companies. And I'm doing the stomp to confirm this. Is that how business works? Okay.
I don't know what happened. Hey, Jokeplex, you gonna tell him the knock joke?
I'm just trying to hit you with a strike.
Shawn Michaels wouldn't have a spin kick.
It's
Why does he have a spin kick?
It's all I want. Oh dear.
God, that's the greatest animation in the game.
And this is the whimsy that we've lost.
It's not even fun.
Not to get back to, serious topics, but wrestling games aren't fun anymore.
Nostalgia only. Well, Fire Pro. We'll play that later.
But that also has whimsy.
Oh, okay. Well, this is happening. Rock says no sell your stupid double powerbomb. Ooh, you copied my taunt. Ooh, ow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But you wouldn't have that feature in
well, there is.
It's
a special ability in the newer WB games to copy a taunt or something. Tactical roll.
But wait. Hold your roll. Chill. Look at the animation of this. Like, what is going on here? Someone had to animate that frame by frame.
Yeah, actually, hand animation is like... Boy, I can't get enough of this.
Except for this animation.
It was good the first time. White Wolf Incorporated, by the way.
White Wolf Incorporated, they have amazing products involving...
Why is Jericho,
vampires.
Strafing away from you?
I think he's just afraid.
He was late added to the game, so his AI is...
Only...
Well, hey Sean, ow.
Okay.
Whimsy.
Whimsy's very important.
That's the whimsy. Punch. No. Hey. It's...
I'm not gonna... I don't want to... Just gonna do this for a while.
Let's just remember Brian as he was.
Too much.
He was simply too sexy.
Too much.
Well, the team was too much, right?
Yeah.
So he's too sexy, though.
Yeah.
So what was Scott?
Too hot. Oh.
He was too hot. Well, that was too... What's he
was,
doing?
I have no idea.
This is a strange choice by the AI. He wanted to dive on him.
This is why I'm not afraid of AI in the modern society. Is that they're all based on the Brian Christopher AI from this game. Speaking of Pat Patterson.
Hey, it's Michael Hayes' doppelganger.
Yeah.
That's the first ever IC champion. I got an action figure of him to open up.
Mm-hmm.
We can do that if you want.
I don't want to open up anything involving
You
Pat
don't want to open up Pat?
That's probably not good.
Hey, here's a new one.
Another thing cracked on draws.
No! You just said you weren't going to say anything about Brian Christopher.
Well, draws is alive.
Rock says no.
Pat Patterson says
no.
You didn't pay your dues.
Yeah, see, if you could... Why can't you block on the apron? That would have been a nice...
Because whimsy.
No, that's... I would say that's a detriment to the game.
There's nothing wrong with this game.
It's flawless. It's White Shirt Cactus Jack, as
It's very famous.
everybody knows.
It's very famous.
Bang bang! I missed my punch. He killed his own man. Headbutt. Oh, nice.
I don't want to say Pat Patterson's overstated right now, but I think he's it's not accurate to the period.
He's OP. He's buffed. You know, he needs a nerf.
I don't understand these words.
I'm getting technical. It's the Big Gene Show. He also looks a little small here.
And, well, he was smaller, then he became much bigger.
And that's why they called him the Big Show, I guess.
No, he became a bigger show. That was the problem.
He was a show off.
Because it was when No Mercy came out, they hit him. Remember?
Yeah.
That's because he became too big of a show.
Oh, yeah, it was the weight thing.
Yeah.
How long had he been there for this game? He couldn't have been
Same year.
new.
No, this came out in '99. He debuted in '99.
So was he fairly late? Because he just looks like the Revenge face too.
He came in February. Jericho came in like the summer.
But we don't know when this came through.
It was in the fall, I think.
So they had a little more time for Mr. Paul.
They could reskin him.
Otherwise, he probably would have been called Paul White in the game.
Yep.
And then they finally were like, "That's stupid. We need a dang plum."
Hey, only one.
Are you Xbox?
No.
I thought you. I was just like, I don't know what I thought.
Of course not.
I thought like it was too smart of him to turn to me and start kicking me in the head, and you were going, "Hey."
No, Xbox. He's a smart boy.
Wow. Well.
It was back when this was allowed.
Yeah. Oh no, he's got a good punch.
You know, far be it from me to bring up the the worker, the sex trade, but
Whoa.
It was a different time.
Well, you know, in Vegas, it's like legal question mark. I don't know.
Yep.
Maybe. What a punch!
I'm doing this as a charity to society.
He's wrestling Xbox. Oh!
It's okay. Godfather already has the diseases.
I'm immune. Well, you go.
Xbox is very energetic.
Yeah, he's kicky.
Kicky?
He's kicky.
Well, it's bad Draws was in here.
You hope you're D-Lo, don't you?
I'm not.
Oh, man. Oh, bad luck. If I came back as D-Lo, I'd be happy.
Well,
I'm stupid Cactus Jack in a white shirt, so...
It's okay.
Do.
This was another character of its time. But I will take revenge on D'Lo Brown on behalf of Draws.
Yeah, where was that feud afterward? What did Albert do at that point? Maybe he was already split up. I don't know.
You know what? It's really difficult to remember Albert's career trajectory.
I wonder why. Are you not too excited about it?
Because he went to Japan for a while, and then he came back as, was it A-Train, or was it what was his Japanese racist one?
I think. Well, he was A-Train before he went.
But what was his racist Japanese guy?
Tensai,
yeah.
Lord
Tensai.
Yeah, that was a confusing one. Could have been pretty good, but they didn't know what they were doing.
No, I wouldn't even give it that.
It could have been something. It was just confusingly okay.
It was just worse Hakushi.
Well, I mean, that could have been fairly good.
X-Pac, come on. You threw me under the bus right there. I was trying to give you a double team.
I just took
Hey, X Factor's in the ring. We just need Just Incredible.
Oh, well, he's not in the game.
Well, speaking of assholes.
I'm not Scott Taylor, am I? Please put me out of my misery.
Done. I understand.
I don't even have the worm.
This is when Scott Taylor literally had no gimmick.
Watch this.
You're welcome.
He had colored pants with text on the side.
Okay,
the gimmick.
It's X Factor versus D'Lo Brown right now.
X Factor. Oh. Wow, what a move. you, Ming?
Kind of.
Gerald Briscoe!
I want to look at the code in this game that determines what random actually means.
Briscoe body shop. Yeah, I've never been, like, eliminated and then, like, came back as someone good.
I think this is a jape by the developers.
This is code like, you were eliminated, so you can only come back as this set people. Oh! We're at the final here. I about got pulled out. It's Briscoe or bust.
It's sad when Albert's not the worst person in the ring.
Well, hey. He's big, so... Man, X-Pac
And he's a choo-choo trained Japanese lord.
Hey! X-Factor. You dealing with Pac? I swear, if you grab.
So, temporary Briscoe.
Here we go, double team from the back. Yeah. Atomic drop. Oh, yeah, everybody does double team atomic drop all the time.
No.
What was that?
Briscoe.
Ah! If I'm even able to climb the turnbuckle. God dang it. I'm just a little too slow. I probably should have been in position for that. And I punched you. And they turned your back
okay,
on the X Factor.
Over. X Factor's over. That music is copyrighted.
Oops. Well, there it is.
Did that one for you.
While looking at me and intending on destroying me.
This game is really bug-free.
Okay, turnbuckle.
Albert's known for his high-flying abilities.
Oh my god!
LOD returns.
Elbow out.
This is...
What just happened?
Hawk would be just glad not to see if LOD was... The next
Why
LOD was...
in this game?
Well,
Must have been gone for a while.
they were gone.
I'll still you, but...
And then, well, Hawk jumped from the Titantron. We don't like to talk about it.
That could have been in the game. That would have been amazing.
That would have required the expansion pack.
To register the fall.
Yeah, it would be pretty intense.
Like jumped and like 3 seconds later, like your silhouette fell.
3D. Nailed it.
Power slam into the... Briscoe never got a higher pop than when he hit the figure 4 on the Mean Street Posse.
Yeah, it's sad that's a career highlight.
That's
but
a highlight. Why? Okay. Are the Posse's like parts are in this game, aren't they? Like the vest?
They were No Mercy.
For sure. But I swear they were in this one too. And it's just like, why were they like almost in both of these games, but they weren't?
That's hard to say. You can really ask the same question as why were they almost wrestlers, but then they weren't.
I know, but that's probably part of the reason why. But there was like light effort put in to maybe include them, and then they just kind of let it go. I don't know. Let it go.
No.
Let it go.
Probably it was just like the WWF management were like, these kids are up and comers. Okay, if you have time, put them in the game.
And that's when the developers immediately dozed off and just paid no attention to that comment.
Yeah. I mean, that's complete hearsay. I don't want to be sued by the Mean Street Posse's lawyers.
I don't think that's how it works, that they go, if you have time, you could maybe make these guys.
Well, it's difficult to get their complex, animations in the game.
Go for it. That's his...
This is the famous Albert signature maneuver.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Here comes the Briscoe body shop special. The lowdown! Wait, no, that's the sky. Whatever.
You're not a real wrestler.
It's all the same. Well, when Gerald Briscoe does it, it's the ouch. Did X Factor just reform?
Yeah.
No. Nice thing. Well, alright. Kick, wham, kick. Whoop. Hup, hit, hup. Okay.
It's a pile driver.
Seems like everybody had. Why did everybody have? There's no reason that everybody would have a pile driver.
When it was not allowed to be a move in real life.
It's Briscoe.
Well, that was 25 minutes longer than it should have been.
And 35 seconds longer.
It's really kind of a distillation of the Attitude Era, where there was no real wrestling. And
this was on Sunday Night Heat, so this is probably would have been the result, where they just throw away the whole match and Have a joke person win.
Nobody watches.
Then he wouldn't be on the show for like a month.
Wow.
Briscoe.
That's one match down.
Is that a low polygon Briscoe Brothers Body Shop shirt in the game?
Of course. They spent more time on Gerald Briscoe than the entirety of the Mean Street Posse.
On Chris Jericho, but that was just because they didn't have any time.
No, priorities. And they already had the code for Jericho.
Sort of. What was his... Did he just have his, like, revenge slam into the walls? Or I don't even know.
I don't know. But
now
it's
I
probably...
just gotta go see because I gotta know. Where is he? Let's check it out. Grappling. Drop grabs. The triple?
Yeah, it's his famous triple powerbomb pin that he did once.
But I mean, so they made that for this game? Because it wouldn't have been in, like, Revenge and those.
It might have been in Virtual Pro, the first one. I don't know if
that's just
I don't know if
World Tour redone, isn't it? So it wouldn't have a triple power bomb.
Never know.
That must have been the one move they added because it's so pointless, and he never did it ever again. So they're like, look, we slaved and we made his triple power bomb, and then Jericho was like, I'm never gonna do that move again.
Yeah.
And then they were like,
we don't like to talk about Japanese workplace culture, but after that, the one person who spent 2 weeks animating that move,
well, they only had to
he doesn't
animate,
work there anymore.
They didn't have to animate the middle because it just repeats, so they saved time.
But they did animate the middle.
Oh no! Why the reverse suplex? Anybody?
I don't think anyone's actually seen a Chris Jericho match. That might be the problem.
Some of the other stuff's... I mean, this taunt's called Chris Jericho.
Yeah, but that exact animation he only did once as well when he debuted.
Then he's just started doing the reverse.
So they only saw the video of him debuting against The Rock where he had, was not a match. And they just assumed his moveset.
And somebody mentioned, like, you have to make a triple power bomb. And they were like, what?
It was probably just like the boss's favorite move.
Oh.
Yeah, so we'll put it on generic Whitey over here.
I don't think he... Wow. I don't think he did a sit-out pin. But... I don't know. Well, anyway, that was a fun match.